Hey everybody, it's Matt again from You and Your Horror Movies, and welcome to another Top 10 Tuesday. This week we are doing Western horror. So, pretty much anything in the Wild West, or similar to the Wild West, I should say. I was very close to having 10. I got one that's kind of a hit or miss, and I'm going to sell it as a Western horror because it's got some going back in time and everything to different time zones and different eras, but yeah. So it was kind of hard. I thought I had exactly 10, but I was close. So without further ado, let's get on with the show. Number 10, this is the one that I have as kind of, that is House Part 2, the second story. Uh, this is one where they go back, like in the Neanderthal area. They do go to the Wild West, and they are getting hunted down by a evil uh, cowboy type thing. They're all going after the Crystal Skull. And again, they pick up some friends here and there. These two guys. I liked House 2. I thought it was a fun time, but I'm gonna sell it as a little bit of a Western horror because it does have some elements of the Wild West, and it ends in the Wild West. So yeah, number 10, House 2, second story, give or take what you want. All right, number 9 is, I'm going to the back here. Tremors 4. The legacy begins. Yes, it takes place in the Wild West, where the Graboids are considered dirt dragons, and they're pretty much going against the town of, instead of rejection, perfection, Nevada, where it's supposedly starting off as a booming town. There's a bunch of attacks in a mine. Kind of find out these Graboid worms are now attacking everybody, and of course the town has to fight back against these underground creatures. I thought it was a good job how they did this film. It is a prequel to the Tremors series, and some cool how they kill the Graboids was pretty neat. Fun flick. I highly recommend checking out Tremors 4. Again, check out the whole series, but yeah, Tremors 4 as number 9. All right, number 8 is kind of a weird Western, but it is a Western, and that is Oblivion. Oblivion is pretty much takes place in a different type of Wild West. You have a Wild West of aliens and cowboys and a different type of frontier. I thought this was a full moon, but this is mostly an Artesian film, and it's a weird flick, but I thought it was a lot of fun. You have different type of bounty hunters that are aliens and whatnot. George Takei plays a character in this film as well, and yeah, as you can see, there's different type of monsters in here, aliens, but it's a space age western, which I thought was kind of a neat twist on this film. If you've never seen Oblivion, it's another one I highly recommend checking out. I don't know if there's a part 2. I thought there was, but don't quote me on that. That's number 8. Number 7 is Grim Prairie Tales. This one is a horror western anthology. Pretty much this is a bootleg. You can't get there is no DVD, Blu-ray of this movie. Only a VHS, and you'd have to get a bootleg, which I do. And this has James Earl Jones and Brad Dourif. They play two characters on the land. They meet up and they start telling twisted tales. And these twisted tales are all a little bit different. Some involve, picking on Indians, unburying their grounds. There's one story about a woman who devours people with her vagina and gets pregnant. Yeah, pretty weird. There's a couple other weird short stories in this. Some of them are not bad, and some are really quick. But Grim Prairie Tales was definitely a must. If you've never seen it, again, this is another one I highly recommend to check. It's weird flick, but fun. Again, you have to get a bootleg. So, sorry on that. All right, number 6 is Blood Moon. Found this at Walmart. Read about it. checked it out. This is pretty badass. Western werewolf slash skinwalker type film. A bunch of people who are meeting up in I want to say it's like a stagecoach facility, and they come across a bunch of bank robbers in this small little town, like townish slash facility. And they also have some unwanted guests, which are these weird big ass werewolf films. Now, if you ever played the card game or the role playing game Doomtown, or I think it was Deadlands, this kind of reminded me so much of it. It was a lot of fun. I liked it a lot. This was like a weird blind buy, and this blind buy was definitely worth it. If you always pass this up, pick it up. It's a fun flick. I highly recommend that one too. All right. Number 5 is Ghost Town, put up by Scream Factory. Yes, I was very happy that they put this movie out. I've been wanting to watch this for so long. There's no only way you can get it else was VHS, so they put this out on Blu-ray. Again, starts off in modern times, but we go back in time where the sheriff is looking for this one woman. She was supposedly kidnapped, and now he has to go back in time to rescue her and stop these undead robbers. And the whole town was pretty neat how they did it. The storyline was fantastic. I liked the score on this as well. This reminded me of a lot of other different films, but this was a fun watch for Ghost Town from the 80s. Highly recommend it. All right, number 4 is Ravenous. Got Guy Pearce, David Arquette. There's a whole bunch of people in this one, all about cannibalism and oops, sorry about that as I dropped my phone. Yeah, it's all about cannibalism in I want to say a outpost where they are pretty much eating each other. Really cool flick. Highly recommend this. I remember this being in the theaters, and I remember the trailer a lot. I never got a chance to watch it in the theaters, so if I picked it up on DVD and I found it cheap, I got to upgrade down the road. But the movie was fun. Different take on a cannibalistic type film. And yeah. Number 4, Ravenous. Number 3 was a blind buy. That's another one I'm glad I did a blind buy. And that is Dead Birds. This one is again in the civil, kind of like Wild West, where excuse me, they are a bunch of bank robbers. They robbed a place and they find this old house to stay at. Well, there's these spirits that are there as well, and pretty much they take out each bank robber one at a time. There's even a weird scene in this during the cornfield. I don't understand it, but this was a lot of fun. Some really cool special effects were used. The spookiness of these ghosts were great. It's even got some great special features as well to this film. Great film. Highly recommend. Again, another one I highly recommend. And that's Dead Birds. Cool ghost film if you're into it. All right, number 2 is Bone Tomahawk with Kurt Russell. Now, it was weird. The first time I saw this, I was like, okay, it was nothing fantastic. I thought it was mediocre. But then I watched it again, and I liked it even more. It just kept growing on me better and better. The whole gutting of an individual was different, but it was neat. The scalping was fun. The whole take on these this tribe, if you want to call it, was pretty cool. And of course, they send out the rescue party because this one woman was abducted. And you have Kurt Russell, who's the sheriff, the wife's husband, sharpshooter, and I think that's his deputy. And pretty much they go out to stop these, I think they call them Murlocs, or I forgot exactly what they were called. But they were another type of tribe. And this tribe was into cannibalistic teachings, and they were pretty evil. So yeah, Bone Tomahawk, awesome. Now my number one, go figure, it's a creature feature. But again, another one I did a blind buy and I fell in love with it. That is the Burrowers. It's another type of underground creature feature, but it's different because they're not worms or anything, but they grab you and they bring you underground to eat you later after you pretty much suffocate from the dirt. Now, again, a group of people are attacked, and a group of cowboys are sent off to thinking it was an Indian attack. So they went off to find the Indian tribe that supposedly kidnapped, not raped, but kidnapped and killed everyone. Well, of course, that's not the way. It is in this movie, where what they find out what it is something interesting. The special features were pretty cool on how they made this film and how they created the monsters were pretty cool looking. The monsters look fantastic. I like the way they look and how they blended in with the ground. The acting was superb. Burrowers, awesome flick. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Again, sorry that it's not a complete full list. House 2 is kind of a hit or miss, but I'm selling it as a Western for now. I'll probably pick up a couple more Western horror down the road to add more to my collection. Please let me know what you think down below in the comments. Please like and subscribe and hit that like button, guys. All right, you guys have a good one and stay safe. Peace.